When a whale falls, myriad things thrive. The rich, fragrant whale meat is the best gift I give to marine life. My passing will also start a decades-long feast. I am a whale, one swimming, breathing, and reproducing in this sea. Now I will be.
The posture of death interprets another continuation of life. In May, the waves off the Cape Town Peninsula were violent and an out-of-control cargo ship passed through. The massive bow of the ship crashed heavily into my body. The pain came swiftly and briefly, like a sudden rainstorm. Then I fell into unconsciousness.
When I woke up, my body was already floating in the middle of the sea. I had lost sensation and direction. My chest cavity had torn and collapsed, and my blood no longer flowed. Yet the faint echoes of my consciousness lingered in the middle of the sea for a long time. I could feel my body gradually becoming cold and heavy, and the fragrance of my fat began to spread around. Soon, a shadow approached from afar. It was a ferocious great white shark. It swam around me in a circle, then it embedded its sharp teeth into my body, bringing a strange sense of detachment. There was no anger, only a heavy sense of relief, my flesh and blood. Eventually, it will embark on its destined journey. They like the rich fat and tender meat of the whale, which can quickly convert into energy in their liver, stored to endure the long hunger that follows. I can even feel its fullness. It ate so much that its movements began to slow. Later, a blue shark also arrived. 2, 10. They are the scavengers of the sea, only allowed to approach after the great white shark leaves. I once thought death was lonely, but I didn't expect it to be so lively. 10 days later, the blubber on my surface was completely consumed, and my body began to lose buoyancy, no longer under control, slowly sinking into the deep blue world, falling toward an unknown abyss. In the depths of the ocean, there is no light and no wind. The pressure of the seawater gradually wrapped around every part of my skin, like the ocean draping a shroud over me. In this silence, it came. The blunt-nosed six-gill shark. It is a shark older than time, with a heavy body and silent eyes. When it lunged at my body, it carried a nearly devout greed. Each bite was deep. Each tear brought out a large mist of blood, staining the ocean floor's night red. The scent of blood attracted more blunt-nosed six-gill sharks. They surrounded me, fighting and struggling with each other. No sound, only tearing and collision. I can feel myself being devoured inch by inch. That is the most real feeling of death, and also my final gift. For a whole day and night, they ate 1/3 of my body. When they left, my skeleton began to be exposed. Muscles have already thinned, and another group of visitors quietly appears. They are spider crabs, busy fish, busy shrimp, the scavengers dispatched by nature. They have no sharp teeth, nor do they exude menace, but they know how to wait. They emerged wave after wave from the crevices, from the silt, silently cleaning away the last warmth from my body. 2 months later, my teeth began to fall out, and my bones slowly collapsed. 6 months later, I was reduced to just white bones. But even the white bones were not forgotten. Bone-eating worms came. They are so tiny, they are hard to see with the naked eye. Yet they have the ability to secrete acid, allowing them to penetrate my bones and extract the last trace of fat. They seem to be absorbing the residual warmth from my memories, building a silent maze within me. As time slowly passes, my bones begin to fracture, crumble, and eventually dissolve into the seabed silt. No epitaph, no tombstone, my life comes to zero. But I do not feel sad, because I know that I have never wasted even a moment of flesh and blood. From the surface to the spine, from muscle to fat, from breath to stillness, every inch of me has been completely accepted by this ocean. I have died, yet I am reborn in all things. Now, I am no longer. It is me. I became the fat stored in the shark's liver, the shredded meat in the mouths of crabs, the warm bed for bone-eating worms to build nests, the starting point for microorganisms on the seabed. Perhaps one day, my calcium will transform into the hard shell of a seashell, or a drop of my blood will flow into the veins of new life. The whale fall is my final act, and the birth of all things is my true destination. In silence, I have returned to embrace the ocean.